This is installing a remote start on your 2020 or 2021 Toyota Tundra. It will also work for 2018 to 2019, I believe, but for this kit, 2020 or 2018 and up. My model's a 2021, so the way I'm gonna be doing it works for 2020 and 2021. This kit should come with everything you need, basically. You got the pry tool, the new, I guess the BCM, the engine, not the engine control module, but the control module with the remote start, and 2018 to 2019 harness to 2020 to 21 harness. Nice little sticker. Anyways, first thing we're gonna need is our key. Sure you don't lose nothing. I just dropped this son of a bitch inside. I didn't know where it went. Anyways, first thing we're gonna need is our key. In the ignition, turn it on. Halfway, 2 screws on both sides. Take them out. Then we go ahead and knock that out. Now go back to the next step, which is gonna be below. Alright, after removing those 2 nuts, turn off the truck, might as well. And gently with your pry tool, shimmy inside. Just as is. It should come out. Be gentle on it. You don't want to break nothing. Put you guys down for a second. Alright, we're gonna put this to the side. Don't lose those 2 little nuts. I'm gonna put everything on the cup holder up here. Next, you want to remove this bottom trim. You could either put your fingers around here, just like the sweet spot. Just like I already put it in and it already popped out. And once again, gentle. Damn, still had the new carpet sticker. Put that on the side as well. Okay. Behind the trim, there's 1 plastic screw. You want to remove that as well. Don't lose it. In doing so, this other part should come with it. Put that to the side as well. Next, this top trim. Just remove it. We're gonna need it later. Boom, simple. After removing this plastic trim, you want to knock these 2 bolts out. They're 10 millimeters. And that should drop this trim down. Just to ensure that you got the right kit, this is the wire we're going to be using. It has 2 crimpers at the very end. Just additional if you messed up. You got these 5 chances to not screw up. And the other wire harness is gonna be this big old long one, which does not have the ground wire, because the other one has a ground wire. Okay, back. We are gonna be using the second wire harness, which has the ground cable. So we're using harness number 1, which is going to connect to the ECM, And then we're using harness number 2, which basically is gonna plug into the ignition. Alright, after removing the 2 bolts at the bottom, the 10 millimeters, I finally, I mean, it's just an easy tug. This shrimp should fall. Let's start identifying what we got. You wanna connect every connector to the computer already, just to have it ready. Actually, this, yeah, it should be fine. Your harness should look like this. 2 with the connectors at the end. The wiring harness from the very beginning. With the OBD2 port, make sure you just connect that from the back. Right here. It pops out. 2 clips, 2 pressure clips. Just squeeze it and it should come out. And yeah, we're gonna be connecting to the ECM, which is right here. This is the ECM unit. We're gonna unplug this connector, and if you could see, let me zoom in. That top connector is pin 56. You want to cut the wire that's right underneath it, which is a red or pinkish wire. Right there. I'd say it's like a hot pink, but that's the wire we want to cut. If you're gonna be doing this kit, I will advise you buying a clippers, fancy clippers, and be gentle, because you don't want to cut too deep and then start cutting it again. And make sure you give yourself space as well, because that first cut I did, I screwed up, so I had to cut it. I had to cut even lower, which that should work now. But the size of that wire was 0.6. Find yourself some strippers that are size 0.6. yeah. And just don't even cut. Just cut it around so that plastic comes out by itself. Let me run my wire, organize it. I think it's gonna come through here, so I could get the OBD, hook up to the ECM. And yeah, let me go ahead and do that right now. Alright, I got all my wires pretty much done, or run through. I decided to use the space as where I'm gonna be running everything. Like I mentioned, that wire, the most important wire that we're gonna need to splice, to cut into. One underneath, that's the wire. It's gonna be red or pink. I say it's red hot or red pink. I put the white with red on top and the green and white at the bottom. I don't think it really matters, but that's how I did it, because in the instructions it does not mention which white, vice versa. It doesn't mention nothing. And like I mentioned, that wire next to it, we're gonna unplug it, which I already did. This is the wire. It's gonna connect to the harness that came in with your kit. And from your kit, you're gonna plug it back in. Boom. You should have power again on your odometer. Let's check that out. You unplug it. Huh. Well, it won't let you start the truck if this ain't plugged in. So, anyways, it's plugged in. And behind the OBD port, I'm just gonna quickly connect it. It's just a replacement for the OBD2 port. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it back in. Keep in mind, this is also my first time doing this. So if this video doesn't get posted, that means I fail. And if it does get posted, then sweet. You know, because the instructions that came in the kit, they're terrible. and you really can't find no information rather than Reddit or any other forum sources in starting this. So I got my OBD2 port already connected, which is also gonna get connected to the harness. This is the factory OBD. This is the factory one. It's gonna connect to your harness. Just leave that to the side, and then just run all the wires back to your remote start module. I forgot to mention that we're gonna be connecting to the ignition, which is this plug-in. You're just gonna pop it off, plug into the second harness, and just pop the harness back into the ignition. There, it clicked. I got this harness running in the second spot, since that's where my computer is gonna be connecting. And I went ahead and removed this bolt, which is where we're gonna put our ground, which is a 10mm. Okay, I went ahead and tightened this up behind cameras. This is gonna be difficult to record, but we're gonna be pressing this button, holding it, while we connect that wire, that connector into here. And it's gonna start flashing, and you wanna let go when the blue and the red light shows up. After that, we're gonna click this button 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the red and the blue light are gonna start alternating, alternating each other. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. And it's gonna pause. That's when we're gonna put our key into the ignition switch and turn it off, turn on, turn it off, and that should program the key. Let me see if I can record it. If not, you can follow the instructions basically on your kit. Basically, this is basically the end. The hard part was finding out where they're gonna connect and stuff, what wire to splice. So let me go ahead and do that as well. Okay, I didn't realize that as soon as you see red and blue together, release. That means it's in program mode. After that, you want to press the button 10 times. Flash, pause. After doing that 10 times, these lights are it's gonna turn off and it's gonna turn back on, as in red and blue together. Flash, pause, flash, off, I believe. After doing so, I'm gonna put the key in the ignition, and I'm gonna wait for the red and blue light to flash rapidly, then wait for the blue LED to flash rapidly by itself. After that, I can successfully turn off the key, or turn off the ignition switch, which will tell me I'm successfully programmed. So let's see if that will work. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's telling me I could put the key basically in on the ignition. That's on program mode, I guess. It's on the on position. There we go. It's flashing rapidly. And we got the blue light. It's telling me I could now turn off the truck. Boom. That should be it. That should be programmed. I'm gonna see if it's still gonna start. Alright, if everything went smoothly and if you start the starter kit correctly, you will be able to start the truck just by pressing the lock button 3 times. Sweet. Ooh. Let's see if it stays locked. Nice. Nice. And let's see if it turns off when you apply it on the brake pedal. So no thieves can get in it, try to move the gears. Well, basically it. I'm gonna put the tools I use, the link I use, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope this helps someone or convince you to buy a starter kit, because these Tundras below 2021, it doesn't matter what trim they are, they don't come with a remote start from the factory. Anyways, I appreciate it. Thanks.